students, today we will be going to start a new chapter. That is, the name of the chapter is lines and angles. Okay, you have already some previous knowledge about this lines and angles chapter that you have already studied in class 8, but in class 9 syllabus you have to know some new terms. Okay, and for knowing those terms, you have to know your previous knowledge in a better way. Okay, so let's start. Suppose lines and angles. See, the name of the chapter is lines and angles. Okay, so you have already have some knowledge about 180 degree. Okay, let's see. We all know that sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, and we also identify 180 degree as a line. See, if this is a straight line, then this angle is your 180 degree. Okay, now this 180 degree has two concepts. Okay, the first one is your linear pair. The first one is the linear pair concept, and the second one is sum of co-interior angles, which is equals to 180 degree. Okay, now you have to know both this concept very clearly. Now see the linear pair. What do you mean by the linear pair? Suppose this is line. Okay, and if any line cut this line, then we all know that the degree is 180 degree. Okay, the whole degree is 360. If there is a line, then this will be your 180 degree, this will be also 180 degree. Now see, if a line cut in this way, see, if a line cut in this way, then suppose if this angle is 120 degree, then this angle will be 180 degree minus theta, minus any degree. So now see, 180 degree minus 120 means 60 degree. So this is called a linear pair. Okay, suppose one example, see a perpendicular line. If this is 90, then this will also become 90. Okay, so 1 degree must be 180 minus x, 180 minus theta or 180 minus x, and another angle is already given to you in your question. Okay, so this is called the linear pair. A line which is a straight line, that is 180 degree, and when a line cut the line, then 180 degrees divide. Okay, 180 degrees divide into the angles. Okay, suppose it may be 120 60, it may be 160 20. Okay, so in this way we have to know the linear pair. Now see, the another one is given the sum of co-interior angles. Now see, we all know that the sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, so in that way, sum of co-interior angles, see, sum of co-interior angles of a quadrilateral is 180 degree. Suppose, see, suppose this is a quadrilateral, suppose this is a pentagon. Now see, sum of this angle will be 180 degree. See, 90 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree. Okay, in that case, you see, let's take a trapezium. If you take a trapezium, then the sum of this angle, sum of, suppose this angle 1 and this suppose angle 2, sum of angle 1 plus angle 2 will be your 180 degree. This is sum of co-interior angles, means that in a quadrilateral the interior angles side by side. Okay, so the sum of interior means inside the quadrilateral, which is side by side. The sum of angle 1 and angle 2 here is 120 degree. Okay, in this way you have to know. Okay, so I think the concept of linear pair and the co-interior angles is clear. Now you have to know the terms. Okay, in your class 9, the new terms. The first one is vertically opposite angles. The second one is transversal. Okay, the second one is transversal. Now these transversal include two terms. The two term will be alternate interior angles and the second term will be corresponding angles. Okay, see, now first we have to know the vertically opposite angles. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Now see, in these vertically opposite angles, suppose a line is in this way and a line is in this way. Okay, this is line AB and this is line PQ. Now see, this angle equals to this angle. Suppose this angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 and angle 4. In this case, angle 1 is equals to angle 2. See, these two angles, angle 1, angle 2, this pair of angles is vertically opposite. See, this angle 1 and angle 2 vertically opposite to each other. So vertically opposite angles are always equal. So angle 1 will be equals to angle 2. Here the vertically opposite angles pair is angle 1, angle 2, and similarly angle 3, angle 4. Okay, so angle 1 equals to angle 2 and angle 3 equals to angle 4. These two are called vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always equal. Okay, whenever you see a line in this crisscross format, whenever you see a line in this type of crisscross format, then in that case you have to mark the vertically opposite angles. Okay, the pair of vertically opposite angles which is always equal. See, angle 1 equals to angle 2, angle 3 equals to angle 4. Let's see with an example. If you see with an example, then it will be very clear to you. Suppose this is a line and this is line in the crisscross format, the two lines. Suppose this line, now see, consider this line AB and this line as CD. Now see, this AB line, see, in this AB line, the suppose one angle is known to you, that is 80 degree. Okay, now see, if this angle also 80, then this will be also 80. But how will this vertically opposite angles will be equal? Now see, here a line is given to AB. Okay, now if this line is a line, then the whole sum is 180 degree linear pair. See, I have already told you that the linear pair and the co-interior angles, both this concept you should know. Okay, now use here the concept of linear pair. If this is 80, then this will be what? This will be 100. Okay, now consider this line CD. See, if you consider the line CD, then this will be 180 minus 100, that is 80. Next, consider AB line. If you consider AB, then this angle will be 100. Now compare it. On comparing, you will get the same result. That is, here this angle equals to this angle and this angle equals to this angle. Angle 1 equals to angle 2, angle 3 is equals to angle 4. But how? In this way. See, and always try to clear with an example, then it will be very clear to you. Okay, see this example, you have to only use the concept of linear pair. Okay, then see, if this is also 80, then this will automatically become 80. See, by linear pair concept, if this angle is 100 degree, then this angle will also be 100 degree. Automatically this will made 100 degree by the concept of linear pair. Okay, I think it's clear. Let's see the next term. Okay, the next term is your transversal. This transversal includes two angles. One is corresponding angles and alternate interior, or it may be interior alternate angles. Okay, now see which line is called a transversal. The transversal, actually the line which intersects two more points. Okay, two or more given lines at distinct points. See, suppose CD is a line and PQ is a line, and AB intersect both the lines. See, here CD is a line and PQ is another line, and AB, see, AB vertically, okay, vertically intersect both the lines. See, PQ and AB intersects PQ and CD at these 2 points. Okay, so a line which intersects two or more given lines at distinct points is called a transversal of the given lines. So here AB is your transversal. Okay, now see, I think it's clear what do you mean by transversal. Okay, this line here AB is your transversal. Now see, this transversal includes two types of angles. Make two types of angles, that is corresponding angles and interior alternate or alternate interior angles. Now see, corresponding angles means the angles. See, two angles on the same side of a transversal are known as the corresponding angles if both lie either above the two lines or below the two lines. See, listen carefully. The corresponding angles are the two angles. See, are the two angles. Suppose these two angles on the same side of a transversal are known as the corresponding angles if both lie either above or below the lines. So see, corresponding angles here, angle 1 equals to angle 5. See, angle 1 equals to angle 5. Okay, these are the corresponding angles pair. Corresponding angles are always equal. Angle 1 equals to angle 5. Then angle 2 equals to angle 6. Angle 2 equals to, see, angle 2 equals to angle 6. Similarly, angle 4 equals to angle 8. Angle 4 equals to angle 8. And angle 3 equals to angle 7. Angle 3 equals to angle 7 and angle 4 equals to angle 8. See, angle 1, angle 5, angle 4, angle 8, angle 2, angle 6, angle 3 equals to angle 7. Okay. So in this way, these types of angles are called the corresponding angles, which two angles on the same side of it. See, angle 4, angle 8, same side of a transversal above or it may be below the lines. Okay, above or it may be below the lines. The two angles pair are called the corresponding angles. See, angle 1, angle 5, angle 4, angle 8, angle 2, angle 6 and angle 3 equals to angle 7. I think the corresponding angles are clear. Okay, then now see the interior alternate angles, or it may be alternate interior angles. Here, angle 3 equals to angle 5 and angle 2 equals to angle 8. See, the alternate interior angles pair are angle 3. See, angle 3 equals to angle 5. See, this is a transversal line, okay, that intersect the both the points. Okay, this is the transversal line which intersect both the points. So here you see these 2 points, okay, and the line are crossing here. So here angle 3 will be equals to angle 5. Here angle 3 equals to angle 5 and angle 2 equals to angle 8. These pairs, angle 3, angle 5, angle 2, angle 8, these pairs of angles are called the alternate interior angle. See, alternate interior portion. Okay, these two lines, interior portion and alternatively. See, both the lines, okay, between the lines, this is the interior portion. So interior portion means alternate interior. See the name first, or interior alternate, or it may be alternate interior angle. See the name carefully, alternate interior angles. Okay, so which is the interior portion? The interior portion is between these two lines. Okay, between these two lines, the interior portion, this is the interior portion. So alternate interior angles. So in the interior portion, the alternate angles means angle 3 will be equals to angle 5 and angle 2 equals to angle 8. Okay, so this is all about your alternate interior angles. Let's see with an example with corresponding angles and interior alternate angles, then it will be very clear to you. See the example here. Suppose these two lines are parallel. Okay, AB is parallel to CD. Suppose AB is parallel to CD and PQ is a transversal. Okay, that cut both AB and that intersect both AB and CD in these 2 points. Okay, PQ is a transversal on AB which is parallel to CD. Okay, PQ is a transversal. Now see, this angle is already known to suppose 30 degree. Okay, let the angle be 30 degree. Now by corresponding angles, see, now by corresponding angles you can say that if this angle 30, then this angle will also be 30. Okay, by corresponding angles you will say this angle is 30, then this angle will also be 30. Okay, and by alternate interior angles, see which is the interior portion here, you tell the interior portion is this. Okay, the interior, this is your, the in between the two lines, this is your interior portion, the interior alternate interior angles. So this is your interior portion. So the alternate angles will be this angle equals to this angle and this angle equals to this angle, alternate portion. Okay, this is your alternate portion, interior alternate angles. Okay, this is why the term is known as alternate interior angles. Okay, interior means the inside portion is your interior portion, and alternate means this angle will be this and this angle will be equals to this. Okay, alternately this angle equals to this and this angle equals to this, alternate. Okay, now see, if this is 30, then by corresponding angles we can say that this angle will also be 30. Okay, and see, if this angle 30, then by alternate interior angles this angle will also become 30. Yes or no? Yes. See, now see, by corresponding angles we can say, if this angle 30, then this angle will also be 30. Okay, now see, automatically the angles you can know. Okay, automatically the angles will occur if one angle is already given to, then by linear pair you can say that this angle is 150 degree. Okay, this angle will be your 150 degree since the line contains the 180 degree angle. Now see, if this angle 150, then this angle will be 150 by linear pair also and by corresponding angles also. See, the automatically you can match. Now see, if this angle 150 degree, then we can say by alternate interior angles this angle will also be 150 degree. If this angle we can get 150, then this angle will also be 150 degree by alternate interior angles. Okay, by alternate interior angles we can get this angle equals to this angle, that is 150 degree, and by linear pair you can get 30, then it will be 180 minus 150, means 180 minus 30 equals to 150. Now see, if this angle 150, then this angle will also be your 150 degree. Why? If this angle 150, then this angle will be your 150 degree by corresponding angles also you can say, and by linear pair concept also you can say this angle will be your 150 degree. Okay, so I think it's clear. Okay, it will be very clear to you if you keep it in your mind with an example. Okay, always keep the example in your mind, then it will be very clear. Now see, the alternate interior angle, this angle equals to this angle and this 30 degree equals to this in this 30 degree. Now this is your alternate interior angles. Now see, here lies the concept of the sum of co-interior angles. See, suppose this is a quadrilateral. Suppose, see, this is a quadrilateral, then see, the sum will be your 180 degree, sum of co-interior angles 180 degree. See, in the first I have already said. So if this angle 30, then this angle will automatically become 150. If this angle 150, then this angle automatically become 30, because the sum of co-interior angles is 180 degrees. So if this angle is 30, then this will be 150, and this angle is, if 150, then this angle will be your 30 degree. Okay, so now see, you can match, I think. Okay, so the sum will automatically take place if you know one angle. So let's see once more time the whole thing in a very clear way. The name of the chapter is lines and angles. Okay, one line means 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree has two concepts, on the linear pair concept, on the sum of co-interior angles concept. Sum of co-interior angles is always 180 degree, you have seen in a quadrilateral, and the linear pair you have known that if a line cut a horizontal line, then one side the angle is given and the another side 180 minus that angle. Okay, so vertically opposite angles, see, this angle, if two angles are vertically opposite, then these vertically opposite angles will be equal. Here you see angle 1 equals to angle 2, angle 3 equals to angle 4. Here see with an example, if this is 80, by linear pair this is 100, by linear pair this will be 80, by linear pair this will be 100. So in this way vertically opposite angles proved with an example. The next term is your transversal. What is your transversal? The transversal is if the two lines, suppose two lines is there, then if a line intersect both the line in 2 point, then the line will be your transversal. Here AB is your transversal. Similarly, see in the example, PQ is their transversal. Okay, so corresponding angle C, angle 1, angle 5, angle 2, angle 6, angle 3, angle 7, angle 4, angle 8. See the corresponding angles. Okay, the corresponding angles, angle 3, angle 7. Okay, and see the alternate interior angles. Angle 3 equals to angle 5. See angle 3 and angle 5. This is the interior portion, this is the interior portion. So in the interior portion, the alternate angles, this angle will be equals to this and this angle will be equals to this alternately. Okay, alternately you have to do alternate interior angles. See with an example, then it will be very clear too. Always you have to use the concept of the linear pair and the sum of co-interior angles. These terms you should know. Okay, so now see the whole thing in a very clear way. See, always see this example, keep it in your mind, then it will be very clear to you. So I think today's topic is clear. So this is all about the introduction of lines and angles. In the next video there will be more sums based on lines and angles. So that's all for today's class, and mark this example very clear to your mind. Okay.